Today's episode is brought to you by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kayla Cockrell with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Monday, June 27th, 2022.
I'm Dave Boucher with the Detroit Free Press. The U.S. Supreme Court ended 50 years of judicial precedent when it reversed Roe v. Wade Friday, but the legal battle about abortion rights in Michigan is far from over. There are two key lawsuits currently pending in the state. One filed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer with the Michigan Supreme Court, and another filed by Planned Parenthood that's before the Michigan Court of Appeals. Both seek to overturn a 1931 state law that criminalizes all abortions except those performed to save the life of a pregnant person. The lawsuits also want a court to determine there is a right to abortion in the Michigan Constitution. The 1931 law was dormant until the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe. In theory, it should be in effect now, but in May, a state court of claims judge issued a temporary injunction in the Planned Parenthood case. That means despite Roe ending, prosecutors can't charge people under the state law. Both supporters and critics of abortion rights recently renewed calls for courts to take action on these lawsuits. On Friday, Whitmer again asked the Michigan Supreme Court to agree to review her lawsuit, pointing to a renewed need for quick action in light of Roe's reversal. She said, quote, "If the 1931 law goes into effect, it will punish women and strip away their right to make decisions about their own bodies." Days earlier, in response to the Planned Parenthood case, conservative lawyers asked the Michigan Court of Appeals to expeditiously step in and overturn that injunction. David Coleman, an attorney with a conservative law firm representing several Michigan prosecutors, said Friday the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe has little bearing on the local pending abortion lawsuits. He argues that, quote, "Right now, there's no case. Nothing has happened." The Michigan Supreme Court could determine to take up Whitmer's case or decide it's not ripe for debate. The Michigan Court of Appeals could agree to overturn the lower court's injunction or rule against that request from local prosecutors. A decision could come at any time. Any ruling could have a sweeping impact on abortion access in Michigan.
The owner of Bobcat Bonnie's restaurant in Metro Detroit posted a special on Friday on its Facebook page directed at women that took some good and bad flack. The post read, "We know you may be in need of a drink. All signature cocktails are $5 for those who have lost their reproductive rights today. We support and love you. Grab a friend and come hang with us." But what followed in many of the comments was a back and forth about whether it was a good idea for the restaurant, with several Metro Detroit locations and one in Toledo, Ohio, to offer the drink special. While many of the comments were positive, several took aim directly at Bobcat Bonnie's, saying that it was a bad idea and they were profiting from Friday's Supreme Court decision. Owner Matt Busgard defended the decision. The owner says the intent and the goal was to get women right now, some who feel frustrated, some who feel angry, and some who feel depressed, a place to grab a friend or a drink or two, to come in and have a cheap cocktail, to talk, to cry, to laugh, whatever they need to do in a safe environment. That's Bobcat Bonnie's. In other news, it was a tense few hours for passengers aboard a Spirit Airlines flight last Thursday as the airliner had to make an emergency landing at Detroit Metro Airport due to a mechanical issue. According to one passenger who spoke with the Detroit Free Press, the plane had been circling over a nuclear power plant in Monroe County when the pilot announced that the landing gear was not going down and told everyone to brace for an emergency landing. Luckily, no one was injured and the flight 1150 from Fort Myers landed without incident, though it was a gut-wrenching experience for one passenger who called her children from the airplane and explained what was happening. According to Wayne County Airport Authority spokesperson Erica Donaldson, the airport's fire department responded to the scene due to a possible mechanical issue with the plane.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, following up on the Tigers from the weekend. It was almost a perfect 3 days out in the desert. After wins on Friday and Saturday night, Sunday wasn't as kind to the Tigers. A 5-run sixth lifted the Diamondbacks to an 11-7 win. But there was some encouraging signs for the Tigers, especially at the plate. Eric Haas hit a 3-run home run on Sunday, and he and Robbie Grossman each had a pair of hits. And Riley Green continues to impress at the plate. On the bases, he had his first steal of the season on Sunday, and in the field, he had a pair of diving catches in center field on back-to-back days. The Tigers remain 12 games out of first place in the American League Central and now travel to the Bay Area for a quick 2-game series against the Giants beginning Tuesday.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, check out freep.com.